when they are ready. And we can get underway in this matchup between RBG Rush and Spiral Legion. Let's pray that the scoreboard works. It works! And we've got ourselves a matchup. RBG Rush, Spiral Legion, kicking off right now in this Winter Invitational matchup. Awkward touch is going to leave this ball down here in the orange half. RBG Rush starting out with some possession, starting out with some time down in their opponent's half. But Chris Killa is there to bail them out relatively quickly. They're able to keep this around midfield, so no true opportunities granted over just yet. But as skilled as these teams are, that can change on a dime. It can happen at a moment's notice. 30 seconds pass, no real opportunity. Spiral with the shot into the back of the net. Beautiful passing play. And right as I start talking about how there's no opportunities, Spiral Legion show up with the pass play, bury it in the back of the net. And with 30 seconds passed, they have the advantage. And they've gotten one opportunity, and they've converted on one opportunity. And really, that's all you can ask for. Now, RBG, it's a bit unfortunate to go down early, but things like that happen. There's still plenty of time to catch back up. There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Nothing asks what ranks. This is the Winter Invitational, so we're not entirely sure. I would assume that these guys are the best that IGL has to offer, as it is the Invitational. Deluxe Drew proving that in spades. 1-1 ties up the score with a little bit more than a minute passed. Deluxe Drew just floats that into the top corner. Spiral and Umbral just unable to get up to that in time. 1-1. These teams showing how evenly matched they are. It's just going to be about, well, now the score is effectively 0-0. It's just about who can tie up the game now and who can start to take control. Jared's looking for a shot off the backboard. No redirect found. Deluxe Drew to settle. Keep it down here on the left-hand side in the orange half. Nice pass out by Chris Killa. This one will float right up to Umbral target. Nice pass across. Puts Geg in an awkward spot, but he does marvelously to knock that ball out, to get it home, and to start working the ball a little bit better. Pass over to Jared. He's a bit too far forward. He'll actually read that hit by Bimby and keep it down here in the Spiral Legion half. They'll keep possession for the time being, but, well, Spiral Legion, they're fighting to get this ball out. They're just unable to deal with the demo. Chris Killa comes in with a strong save. Keeps it off his goal line, keeps the score equalized at 1 apiece. Geg looking for the redirect off the backboard, the double tap perhaps, but it's not found. And we continue on with a completely tied up game. Giardes looking for the flip reset double tap, maybe a bit overzealous, but the opportunity at least made someone jump. A pass will come in from Geg, but Giardes is able to knock it away. They're able to keep this ball going, and so far so good for both teams. They've had success offensively. They've had success defensively. The main thing is that they haven't really taken any control. They're playing very reserved. They're playing very far back, not really going for anything too out of the ordinary, just so that they don't get burned early in this series. That could certainly hurt their confidence. 2:40 remaining on the clock. We're about to pass halftime, and these teams as deadlocked as ever. Possession will be regained for RBG Rush as an unfortunate touch from the Spiral Legion side sends it all the way packing down to the orange half. Deluxe Drew will keep this around midfield. Umbral's going to try to work the ball forward. He's going to try to find a teammate downfield, but none is available. Every store is closed. But they will keep the ball in the blue half. They're starting to get some more possession. And as this game carries on, Legions start to heat up. They start to work the ball more. They start to play better. And they start to play a little bit more consistent. Pinch is going to fly all the way out to the left-hand side. Spiral Bimby able to get up to it in time, but that possession is quickly taken away by Drew. He's demoed for his attempt. He's not able to continue his possession forward, but a pass coming out for Umbral. Shot by Chris Killa off the target. Not able to make anything of it just yet. Geg looking for the redirect. Nice touch off the backboard. Confuses the defense. Giardes with a shot, but Chris Killa comes in with a stuff. The defense so far for Spiral Legion looking a bit like a taxidermy, and that is absolutely stuffing the ball at every possible opportunity. Bimby off the backboard. Pass over to the top of the box by Jared. Chris Killa's not able to get up for it. It puts Umbral in an awkward position, but Deluxe Drew able to keep this down in the orange half. And now you start to worry for Spiral Legion. You start to wonder, is this going to keep up? Because they've had the possession. They just haven't had the opportunities necessary to work the ball forward, to get past this absolutely daunting defense that has been RBG Rush so far. Geg with a pass off the backboard. Deluxe Drew's going to be falling, but all he can do is shadow. He was not able to get up to that ball in time. Giardes' touch will essentially become a wall pass for Deluxe Drew. Unfortunate backflip from Jared and a double commit by Umbral means that this is a bit of an awkward transaction, but things are still going on. Umbral takes over possession, loses his life almost instantaneously. Chris Killa with the stuff right at the top of the box, and there's 35 seconds remaining, and we have not yet found a winner yet. Make that 30 seconds as the big gold text on the screen alerts us. Geg with an attempt on net, but that's easily tapped away by Bimby. Spiral unable to get this ball out so far. They're finally going to have an opportunity downfield. Redirect opportunity for Bimby, but that one goes awry. 10 seconds remaining on the clock right now. Drew's in an awkward position. Bimby's going to go for the shot, but Deluxe Drew will come in. Rather, Jared Ace to bail his team out of the grasp of defeat. Time running out. Ball has to stay in the air for either one of these teams to find a shot. Geg will keep it alive. Keep it over here in this corner. Working the ball around, trying to find a teammate, trying to find a pass. Somehow this ball remains alive. Somehow it's finally going to touch. We're going to head into overtime here in game number 1. And if that regulation was anything to show, these teams are incredibly evenly matched, not only in score but also in stats. Pass over to Bambi, shot to top corner. Spiral Legion will take game number 1 in a bit of a dramatic fashion, but they get the job done regardless. Bambi with a pitch-perfect shot, top corner. How do you save that? I don't really know, but Spiral Legion will be very pleased with the result of that one. 1-0 in favor of the Legion. And RBG Rush, they held on for as long as they can, but they finally fell towards the end of that game. Bimby coming up clutch with 2 goals to his name, carrying his Spiral Legion side to victory here. But can he continue carrying, or will the backpack straps fall off? We can only wait and see as we continue on in this game. We're going to close predictions, if I can remember how to do that. Oh, it's already closed. Cool. 45% of you thought that RBG was going to win, and 55% of you guys thought that Spiral Legion were going to win. So it's anybody's ball game here, even on shots, even on saves. Really even in every statistic except for goals. We've got ourselves a banger of a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fun. Can only hope that we can hang on for as long as these players will. Game number 2 of this series between RBG Rush and Spiral Legion. The opportunities are going to have to keep coming for RBG Rush. They had the shots. They were even with Spiral Legion in that regard. They just were unable to turn them in when it mattered most. And Spiral Legion, they find themselves 1-game advantage, sitting pretty right now. But it's a whole new ball game. Score is tied at 0-0 as this ball kicks off in Champions Field. And we can see a swing in possession in this game if some mistakes are made, like that one, as Chris Killa will float one over the top and find the back of the net early here in game number 2. The touch from Jared is just perfectly read. Geg's just unable to get back for that. No one expected that hit to go in. Spiral Legion find the opening goal once more and look strong, look to carry that momentum forward here in game number 2. Obviously, winning in overtime is a huge boost to confidence, huge boost to the team's energy. They're going to have to keep going. They're going to have to keep everything working properly. Nice save by Jared Ace, but the ball's still in the blue court. Bambi looking for the double tap, down on the goal line. Shot coming in, but that's blocked away by Geg. Keeping it down here in the blue half, working the ball as best they can. Nice touch by Drew, floating down to Jared Ace. He'll get the demo, but not the ball. Will not be able to keep possession. The T-bump will put Geg incredibly awkward, but so far, so good. At least if you're a Spiral Legion fan, if you're an RBG Rush fan, you're starting to be a little bit concerned, but you certainly cannot panic here. You've got 4 minutes to find a goal. It only took your opponents 10 seconds to find the first. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I just, ate a bug or I coughed up something. I don't really know what it was. With 3:45 remaining in the clock, this ball is floating towards the top of the box. Deluxe Drew off the crossbar. Follow-up coming through, but Jared Ace misses. Greg sent flipping back as quickly as he can. Has to rescue his team out of a bit of an unfortunate scenario. They weren't able to capitalize on the opportunity handed over to them by Spiral Legion. I realize I've just accidentally enabled the third light, trying to mute my mic before I coughed. That doesn't matter, though. Geg's floating this up. Bimby's able to get the touch. Deluxe Drew following up, keeping this ball down here in the orange half. Certainly RBG finding the possession, but they're definitely not finding the goals. Nice touch by Umbral. Puts Geg very hard position. He does well to maintain possession of the ball. Double demo from Umbral. And they're going to look for a third. The third man commits, but they both respawn. They're both ready back on the defense. Off the backboard, awkward for Deluxe, but he's able to knock it to his corner. The safest place on the field for the time being, but unfortunately, the Legion immediately recover the ball. RBG unable to really string anything together so far. That is until Jared Ace finds a perfect 50 pass out to the top of the 6. RBG Rush tied this game up at 1-1 right before we cross halftime, and suddenly it is anybody's ball game. RBG Rush find the equalizer, 2:37 remaining on the clock. And these teams once again proving just how close they are on both the standings and stats, and also in this game. 1-1, we cross halftime right now. And RBG, they have some momentum in their favor. That save from Chris Killer will shut some of that down, close off a little bit of it. Geg, touch only as far as Chris Killa. Pass over to midfield, but Umbral target wasn't ready for that pass to be as perfect as it was. Now a double commit in the corner. Drew will be able to knock it home, get it out to his sidewall, buy some time for his team to get upfield, get some boost, but they don't choose to do any of that. Jared Ace and Geg both double commit. Thankfully, they keep this ball down here in the orange half, but RBG Rush making a few mistakes that are going uncapitalized on that will start to hurt them later in the series. 150 remaining on the clock. Everything going swimmingly for both these teams. Like I said in game number 1, they've been successful in every avenue of the field at some point. Chris Killa going to shoot again, and he's going to find his second goal on the day, and the second goal for Spiral Legion, 2-1. RBG Rush looking for an equalizer once more. As time starts to tick down, and Spiral Legion continue to take control here in game number 2. It's a game that you cannot afford to lose. And RBG Rush are going to fight with every ounce that they have left in their boost tank to get everything moving forward in their direction with their scheme that they want to work. Floater out to midfield, pass down to Umbral. Boost is low on the Spiral Legion side, but they're able to maintain possession while RBG Rush unable to capitalize. Nice pass off the post. Umbral target with a nice shot, but Geg with the save. Jared Ace almost finds it, but Chris Killa finds the hat trick. Spiral Legion with the third. An incredible first save by Geg off the top rope, but it's not enough as Jared Ace just could not rotate back in time. 3-1. RBG Rush, things starting to get a bit scary here. You've got a minute 20 to find 2 goals, and Spiral Legion just continue to ram the ball down your throats. They need to find some possession. They need to find some opportunities, because right now they're getting demoed and bumped off at every possible opportunity. Geg will find himself his second save of the day, but saves will not be enough at this point. It's going to all come down to goals scored. 3-1. 54 seconds remaining on the clock. Jared Ace looking for an opportunity. Floater to Bimby. He's going to float this right back up. Drew off the backboard looking for the double tap. Geg with a second shot. The follow-up. And it's just enough to slide it into the top corner. RBG Rush. They find an answer. Saving grace, perhaps, as they have 45 seconds now to just find one more goal that will equalize this scoreline and certainly get the momentum shifting in their favor. RBG Rush coming alive, looking strong, and looking to send us here to a possibly game number 4 at the minimum if they can find one more goal. Otherwise, they put themselves in reverse sweep territory. They put themselves having to win the next 3 games in a row, and against a team as strong as Spiral, it is certainly going to be difficult. Jared Ace, low boost, but he has to at least attempt the 50. Time is running out, and opportunities are of the essence, but that touch by Chris Killa is going to completely catch off the entire RBG defense off guard. Off the backboard, opportunities still creating themselves for Spiral Legion. Nice touch by Jared Ace, and Gag will come up with the ball at the end of the day. Chris Killa's touch to burn so much time off the clock. Umbral target's not able to convert, but that might have just been enough as they're unable to get the ball down the field as of right now. Nice touches by Bimby, floating out to the top of the box. Double commit. They're keeping this ball alive for as long as they can, but if you're Spiral Legion, I'm looking to spike this ball as quickly as you can. You have the advantage against a momentous-based RBG Rush. They will finally find game number 2. after a little bit of hard work to keep that ball out of their own net. But again, this game decided by only 1 goal. Spiral Legion looking strong on offense, and RBG Rush, while they were efficient, now they scored 2 goals on 6 shots, they weren't able to put enough of them by Spiral Legion in their 12 combined shots to put them in the back of the net, to tie this game up at 3-3. And unfortunately, RBG Rush, they find themselves in reverse sweep territory. Aside from shots, the stats mostly the same. 2 assists, 5 saves to 4 saves for Spiral Legion. It really just came down to that offensive pressure. It really just came down to everything that they could muster. And Spiral Legion, they come out with the win, despite having much more shots, despite being much less offensively efficient than RBG Rush. But the offense that RBG Rush was just unable to create might start to hurt them, as now they have to find themselves 3 games back to back to back. It is the most dire scenario that you could possibly find yourself in right now, and they are going to have to find these goals quick, because they cannot afford to go down with an opening goal. They cannot afford to give up possession half-heartedly. They have to start stepping up. They have to start getting into the game. Drew, pass down to Gerardes, quickly intercepted by Chris Killa. Geg will regain possession, but it's all again stopped by Chris Killa. Putting in work in 3 different thirds of the field. Deluxe Drew up for the shot off the backboard. Follow-up can't come through, but it bounces a bit too heavily off the backboard. 20 seconds passed and several opportunities downfield already for RBG Rush. But it's not going to be enough. Opportunities are meaningless at this point. What really matters is converting on them. Geg, looking for the pass out center, almost takes out Chris Killa, who has so far had a very successful game number 3, at least in these first 40 seconds, stopping the ball before it starts on all areas of the field, but he's not going to be able to stop that one. Deluxe Drew finds the opener, and exactly what I was talking about. RBG Rush need to find that opening goal, and guess what Drew did? He came up clutch for his team, 114 kilometers per hour, as he finds the opening goal, as he gets this ball rolling, and now Spiral Legion having to fight from behind for their first time in this series so far. 1-0, RBG Rush continuing with these shots. Epic save forced out by Bimby. Gerardes not able to work the ball downfield, so he'll have to resort to midfield possession instead. But that's taken over by Chris Killa. Off the backboard, awkward spot. Gerardes will step in to knock the ball home. Keeping this ball alive right around the midfield. Spiral Legion unable to keep the same level of possession as they had in games number 1 and 2. And now it comes down to the wire. RBG Rush have the goal advantage. They found the opening goal. They're fighting from a place of comfort rather than stress. They just have to not let a goal in. We've seen their defense be rock solid. Now Spiral Legion, it's time to see if that offensive efficiency statistic we talked about in game number 2, or at the very end of it rather, comes into play. Pass up, Umbral targets up, but Gerardes with a nice touch across, knocks that ball free, gets it out of the way. Floater over to midfield, Chris Killa trying to find the double tap, but Bimby will find it instead. Nice touch to delay the inside rotation of Umbral. The ball will fall at Geg's feet. That's a shot to the crossbar. Nice save by Bimby as he keeps it off his goal line. Whether it was going to float into the back of the net or not, Bimby came up clutch there. Prevented that second goal. Prevented even more comfort for being found for RBG. Floater off the backboard. Geg with a strong clear. He's going to be able to take up possession as well. Looking for a pass play out to Gerardes. Intercepted by Umbral. That opportunity not able to manifest itself, able to keep the ball rather. Deluxe Drew with the shot. It's going to bounce, but it's going to bounce too high off the crossbar. Another shot from Deluxe Drew, but that's saved off the line by Umbral. 2:35 remaining. Off the crossbar once again. Spiral Legion scrambling. Chris Killa will finally get that clear just to put it all the way down in the RBG corner to get the ball out, to buy them some time, to get some boost, and hopefully find a goal out of this, because an opportunity like that RBG Rush cannot convert certainly will kill the offensive mojo we've seen going so far. 2:13 remaining on the clock. Less than half the game to go. An unfortunate pass by Umbral. Chris Killa will jump early enough to not risk getting bumped there. Off the backboard, off the waterfall. Awkward, but Gerardes intercepts. Keeps it down here in the top of the 18. Geg off the sidewall looking for his teammate once more. This lead for RBG Rush is not safe at all. And it can just take one absolute floater of a shot from Bimby to equalize the score at 1 apiece. And suddenly, that safe lead that we were talking about by RBG, oh, now it's back in favor of the teams who have just beaten you by 1 goal in each of the last 2 games. Certainly disheartening, but RBG Rush not out of it. Spiral Legion certainly not out of it. The momentum, though, shifting in their favor, starting to finally get some shots going, even if that one was a bit of a fluke, not necessarily a strong passing play or some crazy shot. But it works. A goal is a goal off the crossbar. Opportunities continuing to create themselves down here in the blue half. Jared Ace with a clear. Only as far as midfield, though. Bimby looks like almost a miscommunication between him and Chris Killa. Nice touch by Killa. He's not able to get the ball out. Drew will air dribble to buy his teammates some time. We'll get a strong 50 that Gegg will be able to jump for. He'll find the touch, but it's unfortunately pinched out. Drew with a shot, well, right on target, but it's a bit too slow, I guess, as it doesn't beat the defender. Now there's a minute 5 remaining on the clock. Could be the last minute for RBG Rush here in the series. Almost another miscommunication from RBG Rush, but they hold on strong. They're holding together. They're playing as a unit. Unfortunately, we can see the seams of that unit start to expand. We can see things start to become a slight problem. And with 45 seconds remaining on the clock, I don't think if you're RBG Rush, you want to send this to overtime. I think that you want to send this to a Game 3 win for RBG Rush in regulation, and currently they're not going to be able to do that because they have not found that advantage goal, and they have 30 seconds left to do so. The yellow text on the screen ushers in the end of this game, potentially this series, depending on how overtime goes. Double commit on the goal line will be a strong clear. Umbral target with a nice shot. Drew to clear it off his own goal line, able to knock the ball home. And they float this ball down towards the box. And right now, it looks like RBG have just decided to shell up. They're not going to go for anything too aggressive. They don't want to let any of these shots go in. Gegg will find another opportunity. It's going to be a 1-2 pass play off the backboard. Drew looking for the shot towards the top corner. Gegg looking for the follow-up, but it's going to hit the top of the box, and that's going to mean the ground. 1-1 overtime. Do or die for RBG Rush, but thankfully, they don't have to worry about fighting from behind because the next goal that is scored will secure their fate. Jared Ace, pass out middle. Gegg with the shot. They win it in overtime. RBG Rush, despite all the odds against them, putting themselves in reverse sweep territory. RBG Rush able to find that overtime goal and find their first game in the series, but now it's going to start to have to go the other way because now they have to win the next 2 games in a row on the next 2 match points that Spiral Legion will have. And I think the biggest stat right here is finally RBG Rush. They had more shots than their opponent. 2 shots total for Spiral Legion. RBG Rush, 8 total shots. That statistic, incredibly monumental. But the crucial thing is, and I think for Spiral Legion, is that they only had 2 shots, but they converted on 1 of them. That's a 50% conversion rate. And if you're getting so few opportunities, but you're converting them when you get them, that's going to be, well, a reassurance because they tied this game up and only had 2 shots. It took RBG in overtime to beat them. It's going to be a close one for sure. The saves counter, also for RBG, consistently lower than Legion, as it has been the exact opposite in the last 2 games. And really, the stats across the board are relatively even. We're headed to game number 4 here at the very least. And RBG Rush, well, they're putting themselves in reverse sweep territory, but if this game is anything to prove, they have a chance. They have the opportunity. It's a matter of can they follow up on that promise, if they can work together as a team, if they can come together and say, this is going to be difficult. Reverse sweeping is not an easy task, but I believe we can do this. In Spiral Legion, you are looking to end this series as quickly as possible because I think if you give up game number 4 to RBG, I think you risk giving up game number 5 and getting reverse sweeps. So Spiral Legion's points right here, they have to find this opening goal. They have to get that rapid-fire offense going back again. Bimby forced to make a save early. That's definitely not the look you want, but thankfully only 10 seconds have played. Jared Ace over here on the left side while floating it down. They're looking for demos now, RBG Rush are. They're trying to play a little bit more physical because really they have nothing to lose. They don't get the demo. That's an opportunity that could have gone in for a shot, possibly a goal. Pass play between Bimby and Umbral. Darnman's going to get involved off the post. Umbral's going to be able to follow it up. Open net as Gegg wasn't able to follow it up, as Gegg wasn't able to get back from that back corner boost quick enough. Killa, perfect pass off the post, whether he intended it or not. Spiral Legion have found the opening goal, like we were talking about. Now RBG Rush with an even bigger mountain to climb. At least it is only one. But they're going to have to get this going quick. They're going to have to work the ball as quickly as possible because you do not want to give too many opportunities over to your opponents because you know they can convert if you hand them over. Drew with a clear out to midfield. Umbral target will help out with it, unfortunately. It's floating towards the top of the box. Umbral, no boost. Geg just decides to shadow, decides to play safe. He gives the ball up to Bambi, but at least his teammates are back. At least they're working the ball together. Working together as a unit, not just going for solo plays, which could very well kill them if they start to go for them this late in the series. Jared Ace finds himself with possession, puts it low so that Chris Killa can't get to it, but Umbral able to rotate in and stop that opportunity. Another floater. Jared Ace is up for the pass. He's not able to make contact at all. Another shot's going to come in from Geg towards the top corner, but it's off the post. And that they had the physical play. Bambi will end up with possession at the end of it. Now Chris Killa down the other way, immediately stuffed at midfield by the defender. As they keep the ball alive, as they keep the ball going, Geg looking for this equalizer. It's a shot, but Umbral target able to knock it away. Possession so far definitely in favor of RBG Rush, but Spiral Legion, the crucial number, they've got that goal. It's up on the orange scoreboard. And RBG Rush fighting from behind right now. Some clears are coming out for RBG that are going to really help their case, but that demo certainly won't. Off the backboard, Umbral target. That'll be an easy find for him. And the pass play quick puts RBG immediately back on defense. They aren't able to get the ball out. They aren't able to work the ball forward. Geg's going to come off the sidewall, floater up to Jared Ace. He just has to put that off the ceiling. He just has to buy time. Umbral looking for his teammate. He's certainly got one downfield. Jared Ace steps in and intercepts that pass. And while he may only have 40 points, he's having impact on the field. Is certainly helping them out. It's right in front of the 6. Somehow Umbral doesn't find that, and the pinch sends it all the way back down towards the orange half. Floating top of the 18. Geg's touch will keep it in the orange half, prevent the immediate clear. Bambi will have to rotate in quickly. Jared Ace on this right corner, floating down. Oh, Drew rotated around it. He wasn't able to get on the other end of it, and thankfully, if you're a Spiral Legion fan, that's going to look pretty good. I mean, it was a wide open net, but you didn't give up a goal, and that's what matters. Geg over to Jared Ace, the pass play not able to connect as Jared Ace continues to look for a boost steal, as he looks for a bump. Chris Killa will get a booming ball downfield. Thankfully, it's off target, but Bambi will reassure it. He'll guide it back into the net. And now a 2-goal advantage for Spiral Legion off of a booming clear. The defense just unable to rotate back. Drew thought Geg was going to get it, and Geg thought Drew was going to get it. And Spiral Legion, well, it doesn't matter who gets it because they found the second goal with less than 2 minutes remaining on the clock. And they're looking to take this series in 4. They might have scared us in game number 3. But Spiral Legion, they've got themselves a relatively comfortable advantage, and they've got so little time to lose it. Geg, another opportunity. He's going to keep it down here in the orange half. Chris Killa looking to work the ball out. The defense for RBG scrambling back. Geg will be able to make the save as that shot from Umbral was just, the angle just a bit too acute for the path of the defender. Chris Killa out to the middle, but that pass play, nothing becomes of it. Another pass play, 1-2 punch that doesn't connect. Time is running out, RBG. You're going to have to get something going. But Spiral Legion, it's the exact opposite. Time is running out, thank goodness. They've got a 2-goal advantage, and they've got the RBG defense scrambling right now as they're unable to get the ball out, but it doesn't matter because Umbral becomes a brick wall that floats through the midair like a butterfly. 3-0 off this beautiful read from Umbral. If RBG Rush are reading Magic Treehouse, Spiral Legion and specifically Umbral are already in Harry Potter. The reading level off the charts and completely outmatches RBG Rush. And now, this is the most dire timeline for RBG Rush. They've got to find 3 goals in the span of a minute, and their team, or their opponent, has found those 3 goals in 4 minutes. So you've got a quarter of the time, and you have 0 goals already. Drew, shot on target. Jared Ace not able to find the follow-up, though. Bambi will just settle it dangerously. He'll keep possession, though, and air dribble just to burn off as much time as he can. Umbral will have a 4th opportunity, or an opportunity at the 4th, more like it. Drew with the dribble play. Nice touch over Chris, but Chris, the aerial control, able to knock the ball wide. Umbral going to fly in. Nice stuff from Drew. Actually gives a lifeline over to RBG as now they have to find 2 goals in 30 seconds, but it's better than having to find 3 as, well, Drew just comes in Kaz plays as Umbral for just a second there as he finds the read, proves why they deserve to be here, and now momentum's starting to ticker down towards the RBG half, and that goal is certainly going to help things out. They found 2 goals in the span of 4 seconds, and now, suddenly, an opportunity has presented itself for RBG. The ball floats towards the corner. Umbral's just not able to get up to it, and the kickoff goal, regardless, is still a goal, and now, just 26 seconds to find 1 goal. This game is getting spicy late into the game. The time for RBG is of the essence. 20 seconds remain on the clock, and right now they need to find 1 more goal. Drew trying to read Bimby's touch, just trying to get him off the ball. Use some physical play. Nice air dribble by Gag, looking for the read, but Chris Killa with a nice touch, and Bimby can just touch it downfield because there's no boost on the side of RBG, and they have to work the ball all the way down the length of the field with all 3 members of Spiral Legion collapsing on them at the same time. This is a tall ask, but still, the ball will hit the ground. Spiral Legion will take this series in 4, but it certainly came down to the wire there, folks. It certainly got a bit close. Spiral Legion will win this best-of-5 series. All of the games within 1, Spiral Legion will come out on top with a 3-1 victory. We'll head back into the pre-show where we can adjust the series score. Drifted, redeemed to hydrate, and ironically, I don't have a cup at my table, so I can't finish it. Or I can't redeem that hydrate, but we'll go get a cup in a second. RBG, they had opportunities. They started to work their way back. I was hopeful there towards the end of game number 3 when I thought maybe they can reverse sweep, but unfortunately the cards did not turn in their favor, and an RBG Rush, they fall 1-3 to Spiral Legion. Glad you guys are enjoying the casting. We've got the predictions that we can go ahead and distribute out. I don't know exactly how many people contributed, but we will go ahead and award the points to Spiral Legion, who did win this series 3-1. We'll complete the prediction. The points will be redistributed. And I don't really know how much I have to talk about. It was a great game for Spiral Legion. They worked the ball well. Their offense incredibly efficient. And RBG, well, they had things going towards the end, but it was a bit too little too late. They couldn't get things started. They didn't find a game early, and I think that really hurt their mentality moving forward that, well, now we have to fight from behind. We have to put ourselves in such a stressful scenario, and winning 3 games back-to-back-to-back to reverse sweep is no tall order whatsoever. So GG's to both RBG Rush and Spiral Legion. Glad that I got to cast both of these teams in a winner invitational matchup, but that's going to do it for my coverage here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys would like to check out Indy Gaming League, you can use !IGL in chat to learn more. If you'd like to see the rest of my schedule for the night, you can use !schedule in chat. But we've only got 1 more game, and while we had some esports team names in this one, we kind of have some less professional names, but certainly not less professional gameplay. We've got the Yeet Elites versus Triple D's coming up after the break. That game will be starting around 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to get the timer set up. We're going to go take a break. Drifted, I'm going to redeem your hydrate, and we're going to be back in just a few minutes. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're going to cut to a break, and I will see you guys next time.